All right, let's get into our lesson for today. Good morning, everybody. Am I loud and clear? Morning, everybody. Let me know if I'm loud and clear. Okay. There is a few things we need to look at before we basically get started, especially Bitcoin. Okay. Um, I talked about this. I have not seen anybody talk about this problem, but I remember that when I was in, but I remember when I was in, when I was in, when we were starting this year, was it this year? Yes, there is something I talked about, and I would like to just throw my perception. And I'm not saying it's the cause. That's why you find that we changed so much on our trading aspect to move with to move in with what is happening right now. And I just want to bring to your concern that as you try to pick trades and try to make entries, it could be very, very crucial for you never to forget that factor. Okay, so let's first, there is something very important. Let's first start from there before we get into the class for today. I'll keep it short and simple, then get to my main topic. So we are going to go to coin market cap. And it's just something small I want to share. Okay, so this is coin market cap. And generally the market is bleeding. Okay, the market is bleeding. I hope all of you can see that. There are a few coins that are doing well, but generally, basically the market is bleeding. All of you can be able to see that. Okay? But I want us to look at let me use the website because this area does not bring out well what I'm looking for. So let me see. Just let me use the web version because I'm not able to get what I'm looking for. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I wanted us to discuss this major topic. It's something that could take a lot of our time, but I'll just share my insights about this. The Bitcoin dominance. That although the market cap, the total amount of money in the market is $2.6 trillion. Specifically, on this money, Bitcoin has 59.89% on this money. This we call it Bitcoin dominance. On this money, Bitcoin has 59.89%. But that put aside, if we uh, get to, let me see if I could get that I can say, just a minute. But when we get into the news, okay, if we could just go into the news that is happening across the market, the news is positive, guys. Okay, now these are the leading categories in the market: the hypo, the memes, Solana, DOT, PNB, USA, artificial intelligence, real world assets, gaming, deepin, decentralized finance, AI, and AI agents. Now, let me pick up these AI agents because to me, there is a new coin listed in Binance. I had seen it, but I see it is taking the market by storm. I had not given it time, but these are AI agents. I know most of you, you may not be familiar with AI agents, but I'll just give you an idea. These are like, they're like, I could say they're like human beings. That could be the right word I would use. Okay. They have been developed that they could carry out certain things that human beings could be able to do. So they are automated to do them for you. So this is a new category. Uh, I would say that this new category would not last for long. Okay. This new category would be like the days we had NFTs, non-fungible tokens, in 2021. These non-fungible tokens, these were art pictures. And you see, these things were very expensive. They were taking the market by storm, okay, on the Ethereum chain. It was art that was digitalized. But we also find that this art that was digitalized in 2021, it was a major storm in the market. But now you find that it is not something that is as it was. So you see, everybody was involved in these non-fungible tokens. But as we speak right now, the non-fungible tokens are not as much as they used to be in 2021. So to me, I would say that if we look at what is happening in the market with these new categories, the I believe these AI agents would not be able, because it's the new wave of civilization. But I don't believe these AI tokens will take the market. They would now make money now, but later these AI tokens would disappear. One token that is taking the market by storm is this token listed in Binance called My Shell. It is those who followed yesterday, Binance listed this coin here. Okay. Now you'll find that there are several. These are AI agents. I know most of you have seen this coin called Cookie doing wonders, and so many others that are doing wonders. But my sharing for today, why I've chose to come here on CoinMarketCap, is basically to show you some insight when it comes to why is Bitcoin going down, and also followed by other cryptocurrencies, because the dominance of Bitcoin has not gone down. Now, what is Bitcoin dominance? If we want to just dig deep to bring understanding, okay? Now, let's just see if these guys provide more information. Uh, I may not start from the fear. Okay. So let me pick a chart. Let me pick up a chart. I just want to show you these things because you can be able to find body, okay, to just give you a basic understanding. Although I will talk about the market cycle like I did, but let us pick up an image to give you just an understanding. Okay, so I'll pick any of these charts. Okay. When do we expect coins that are not related to Bitcoin? Or when do we expect other cryptocurrencies to basically do well? Now, this is the Bitcoin dominance, the amount of money in Bitcoin. This is the price of Bitcoin, and these other coins that are not Bitcoin. There are only two times when the altcoins will pump. The major one time that the altcoins will pump is when there is a decrease in Bitcoin dominance, meaning that people have been making money in Bitcoin, okay? They are now selling their BTC. If they are selling their BTC, then if they transfer their money in altcoins, then we see the Bitcoin dominance going down. But as the Bitcoin dominance is going down, the price of Bitcoin must be increasing. And that's when we shall have a pump, a serious pump in the market. But what we have right now is that the Bitcoin dominance is increasing. The price of Bitcoin is decreasing. And the altcoins are dumping. It is two-way. These two could be happening at the same time. That the Bitcoin dominance is increasing, the price of Bitcoin, it is not stable. It is not all that stable. It is decreasing. So, what is happening, according to me, is what I could call the effect of the exchange traded funds. I have not followed currently, but when I Google here, so I've not, you could go on your Chrome, write in Bitcoin dominance, and basically get this chart accustomed to you and understand that when you go to CoinMarketCap and look at Bitcoin dominance and you see it is 59 or still high as it is, I believe if the Bitcoin dominance drops at around less than 10%, which could be 49%, then just understand that you'll see these alter coins. Money will be moving from Bitcoin dropping back to alter coins. Now, basically, what is happening is let's just look here. Sales done in BTC ETFs. So I believe now look here. Okay. I said this so many years ago in 2020, I think it was 2024. And I said that when the Bitcoin ETFs will be introduced, there will be a strong effect in the market because, like you see, in the last 19 hours, because I've seen people give so many reasons as to why they say I've seen people make funny videos. It is the hacking of Bybit that is causing Bitcoin to go down. No, my brothers. What is causing the market to go down, according to me, is that the exchange traded funds, the exchange traded funds. What are exchange traded funds? These are companies that came to the market and bought Bitcoin and provided it to the people of the United States of America. They are having a sell off. They are selling off. And because they are selling off, Bitcoin will always drop. And you see, the cryptocurrency has dropped 23% from its January peak as the spot Bitcoin ETF saw a 2.43 billion outflow. So what is causing Bitcoin to go up, yet the dominance of Bitcoin is still high, is that there is an ETF. But you don't need to worry. Let's look at percentage. I don't know if this chart is online. Let's look at percentages of BTC holders. So I'll just get an image. There is an image I expect. Let me see if I could see it. I need the current one. That's why let me take glass node. Okay. Let me see glass node. I just need the current one. Just give me one more minute. I had one, but the pie chart of BTC ownership. Okay. Okay, I may not have the chart because the one I'm looking for, I cannot see it. Okay. But these guys who are mining, okay, let me pick this just for learning purposes because I want you to lose the fear. Now, this is, okay, now look here. This is ownership. Who owns Bitcoin? Because I've seen some of you worried so much about the future. The individuals, personally people, they own 57%. Okay? 57% of the total population of the world hold Bitcoin. on an individual basis. I don't know if what I'm sharing is making sense. On an individual basis, they own 57%. I'm just building your understanding. The ETFs, now own 6%. This one is a little bit behind. The ETFs own 6%, which means that, guys, I want you to be confident about the future. Since these guys are having a huge sale once, generally, this is affecting the market. But these guys, they don't own the biggest percentage of Bitcoin. One other thing to bring your understanding, and I need a question so that I build logic, because your role to succeed in crypto must have a long-term mindset. Let me get back to coin market cap. Coin market cap. I want you to understand this. When sells crypto, he sells this crypto to who? Let me know. Let me just get this logic worked out. When someone sells crypto, he sells this crypto to who? I need some logic. When someone sells crypto, he sells this crypto to who? I need some logic, because you people, you need to get logic at work. He sells this crypto to someone. Does that make sense? When you buy crypto, you buy from someone. And when you sell crypto, you sell to someone. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Whether it is an exchange or whether it is a market maker, but when you buy, you buy from someone who is selling, but because once that sold is too much in the market, it causes the market to go down. Is that clear? Now, is that clear? Give me one in the chat. I just wanted to give you a general picture, because I've seen people online talking about different factors that could have caused what is happening in the market. As long as those guys are still buying Bitcoin, whenever there will be a huge sell-off, the market will always be affected. And that should be in your mind. Okay. But when we look at the long picture of the market, I don't know if that makes sense. When we look at the long picture of the market, okay, the long picture or the big picture of the market, you find that we still have a very good journey to go. All right. Now, the altcoin season delayed is not an altcoin season denied. Does that make sense? Can I repeat that statement once again? An altcoin season delayed doesn't mean an altcoin season denied. Does that statement make sense? That's why these days I even stopped all the different projects I was doing. I'm now buying crypto. I have never seen an opportunity like this one. I'm buying crypto like nobody's business. I'm focusing on finding ways to make sure that I grow my capital day in and day out. So, having made those few statements, I'm now moving with people who are understanding what I'm talking about. Now, let's get to our trading view application. Okay. All right. So, let's get to trading view. All right. All right. Okay. So, yesterday we were looking at this coin called CKB. Who remembers that? Yesterday we looked at CKB. How many of you remember that? How many of you remember that? Did our trade make money? This was our trade for yesterday. How many traded CKB and you made money? Let me see. You see, yesterday we discussed how many made money on CKB. It was our coin for yesterday. And I believe most of you, yes, you profited. Yes, you profited. You profited. Okay, good. We are still looking at the same coin. And yesterday we discussed something very important. We said that when guys, sorry for that. Let me get back. Someone want to start business, but I haven't replied him. Okay, now yesterday we said that when a coin gets a fair value gap, if the market returns to that area, it returns to that area. In most cases, that coin will do wonderfully, very well. Okay, we discussed that yesterday, and we talked about the fair value gap. Now today, we want to focus on how to use the indicator. And on our focus on how to use the indicator, we believe that every trader must get familiar to areas of discount, to areas of premium, to internal bullish and internal bearish. And yesterday during our change of color, we made this a purple and we said this means internal bullish. Then we said the white one, this one means internal bearish, where we expect big investors to sell. Now, this indicator, while you are using it, usually these big investors get in at areas of support and resistance, and these order blocks help you to draw those areas of support and resistance. And we also discussed that yesterday. Now, today, I want to bring to your concern that this indicator, the smart money indicator, if not used alone and combined with a very good indicator that I want to show you that you already have an idea about, this indicator is one of the good indicators you can use. Now, this indicator can be used in two ways. You can put in the auto one. So you tap on this, the auto. The challenge is usually in the delay. And I don't have control about that. So I always remain very patient. So here on the delay, so then you come to technical here, and it is called the Fibonacci, the Fib retracement indicator. Then you tap on it once, it gets in your chart. I remember this lesson was done very well by Coach Musa. Okay, so I'll first close the upper eye and then bring in this. Okay, now this indicator to me is a very, very good indicator. Okay, if you can use the manual one, you can also use the what? The auto one. Now, when you use the auto one like here, you are just finding those points where you expect the market to retrace because it gives you retracement points, which were discussed. I'm just going to emphasize. So you see that this coin moved from the highest price to the lowest price. And as a trader, you expect that if this coin is going to retrace, it will retrace at either 38.2%. If this coin is going to make a movement to the downside, then it moves down before it continues to the upside. So these retracements are very, very important. So if you know how to use the Fibonacci, if you combine the two, it gives you a very, very strong moment, or it gives you a very strong understanding of what is expected to happen. But even if you are not good at using the auto one, because today I'm finalizing these classes, so those who don't understand what I'm talking about, so you can basically bring in the drawing of the fib. Usually, the Fibonacci only has 2 points. You can bring it from the highest price in your area to the lowest price. That is one of the simple ways of using the auto fib. You can use from the highest price to the lowest price. Okay? From the highest price to the lowest price, guys. Grade 7. Obudde wa trading tuli mu kusoma ate gwonkubira. Just a minute. Okay, so you can always draw your auto Fibonacci from the highest price. You bring your auto fib, you pick 2 points, the high price, like I would pick this was the highest price in this area. Let me take this just for learning purposes. So I pick this point here from the highest price to this. Let me take this to the lowest price. Okay. Now, when I pick from the highest price, from this highest price to this lowest price, I'll pick 2 points that are very important. You can draw a line at 38.2 here, just a line, and 50%. Any of those two. I'll pick a horizontal line, and I'll draw a line here. I can draw 2 lines and a line here. This is one of them. I remove the indicator. Now, when this coin, so my plan of trading is simple. I want to find an entry in the market, and I draw it from the lowest price to the new highest price. Let me repeat the strategy. The strategy works like this. I want to show you. And it is very simple if you want to enjoy the Fibonacci. You find the highest price in the area on any coin you want to trade. Then you stretch it to the lowest price. From the highest price to the lowest price. Because you know when you are using the Fibonacci that if the market is going to move to the downside, it has to retrace at this point of 38.2. If this coin is going to continue going to the the upside after making a simple retracement, then maybe it will continue. But you don't want to play with these points where you expect the market to retrace, which is 38.2, 50%, and 61.8, which some people even go ahead, remove all other areas, and remain with those small points only. So if you want to use the manual fib, you press your line from the highest price, you bring your cursor, press it from if this was the highest price. For example, this is what is happening here. I want to trade, so I bring my cursor, I press it at this highest price. Then I stretch it to the lowest price, which is this one. Now, my point of exit in this coin, I will plan to these points and I will draw the line. So, because when I draw this will appear, because this chart is not yet available. So it is this point here and this point here. So from the highest price to the lowest price, that will be my point that I'm planning to make my entry. Okay, so I will remove the indicator. So these points are very key. So if I'm entering this coin, I already see it is at discount here. So I'll plan to make my entry here and plan my exit at this line or at this line. I'm using the Fibonacci because it will give me points where the market is expected to form a retracement. This is very hard to understand, but I'm teaching all the people, not new ones. This is very hard to understand, but I'm teaching all the people, not new ones. Give me one in the chat if you are following. Because I'm finalizing these classes. Yes, I'm not. I'm finalizing these classes and I'm ending them. And I'm ending them. Okay. So I may not be able to facilitate the new bees. But let me bring my. So I have my indicator in the chart. Let me pick another coin. Let me not die on that one. Because someone may think, where is the, let me pick runes. Good, good. Do we see the order block? Do we see an internal order block in here? So let me first remove it. So I want to trade. Guys, I want to trade, okay? So I will bring my fib from the highest point, which could be this, to the lowest point. Meaning that in my mind, I expect this coin that is on a downtrend to make a retracement at this point here, all at 50%. Then I remove the indicator. There's something you will see. Even if I go back to history, and I use history for learning purposes, I can even draw it from the highest point here, from the lowest to the highest point, from the lowest to the highest point, meaning that if I drew from the lowest to the highest point, we expected this coin to make a retracement at this area, 61.8. So if this is line 100, this is 78, 61.8 here, or 50% here. And I pick up those lines. So I remove the indicator. Then I still draw from the highest point to the lowest point. Now, what I'm teaching you is the simplest way of trading. So let me repeat for you. You wanted to trade this coin. I can still use history to show you. What you do, you bring your fib. Let me say you wanted to look at this from this lowest point to the highest point. Let me say this was your highest point, this one. You are going to draw a line at 61.8 where you expect the retracement and 50%. Draw the line. You also draw a line here. Now, when this coin makes a move to the downside, this is your planned entry price here. This is where you plan. So once it hits 50%, you get in and then open margin calls. Now, let's pick it up again. Now, the coin goes up, this was a very profitable business. Now, this was from the lowest to the highest. Now, the coin goes up. So it forms a high point and a low point. I don't know if I'm trying to explain, but I want to let me use the current chart so that I don't cause, I see someone who is already confused. I want to trade this coin. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pick, I can pick both, but I can also pick one. If I pick both, I'll pick from this point to the highest point in this chart. And I'm going to make my entry at either 61 here, which is the pocket area, or 50% here. And any of these points will be my preset price for me to make my entry. Those of you who don't know how to use Royal Q, let me explain. Because I've seen even some videos in Royal Q, people making videos. When I enter this coin from here, when I enter this coin from this point, these are margin calls. Now, the reason why we use a 24816 that I always teach is that when I enter from this point here, and my robot buys, when it buys again here, it keeps on pushing the current price to be closer to the average price. Then it buys here. It keeps on pushing the current price to be closer. Then it buys here. It keeps on pushing the current price closer. Then it buys here. Meaning, I can get out of this coin from this point. Can I repeat again? Many people who trade in Royal Q, they only want to get in a coin from here, then the coin goes up. There you don't understand the robot. If you understand this robot, you want to get in so that your robot buys some margin calls. Can I repeat that statement again? Can I repeat again? Can I repeat again? If you are using the Royal Q robot, you want to get into this robot so that it buys some margin calls, because I don't know how I can explain. For example, when you get in, when you get in, okay, let me leave that because I see someone is still confused. Today's class is a little bit different, but I'll try my level best. So let me say I've put this at the highest price, stretched it to the lowest price. if I want to trade this coin here, I will look for areas where I expect the market to retrace. And my expectation is here at 38.2 all at 50%. Now, it is true as a trader, you may have some fear. Number one, you see the MACD. Remember the lessons, never forget them. When it is darker red, it means the sellers are selling. When it is turning to light, it means the sellers are starting to get out of this trade. Give me a two if this is clear. Because when you are trading, it is added knowledge. Give me a two if you know that. This is dark red, it means they have been overselling. Now it's turning to light red, trying to show you that the sellers are starting to get out of the market. Drop a two if that is clear. Because trading is added knowledge. Is added knowledge. Okay? Now, when that in your mind, you know the points of retracement. You know that this coin moves from here, it can retrace here, either continue to the downside and move up, or just continue going down, which is okay. It's none of your business. Now, you want to make sure that your thinking reigns with what is happening in the market. So you remove this tool by tapping on it and delete, then you bring in this. When you bring in this, it gives you a better understanding that, oh, so here it is a strong order block where the. So with that in my mind, I will just pick my price range, pick up this coin at this current price, stretch my take profit to that point. Then what about the margin calls? Very simple. I'll pick from this that I've entered, then take my margin calls to a discount, because that is the worst I expect. If I want to understand where the market is currently, I can still even go ahead and bring in a stochastic RSI to give me what is happening in real time. Is the coin in the oversold, or the coin is in the oversold, never bought area? Where's is the picture getting clear? I know. Number one, the buyers are getting in, the sellers are moving out. Number two, the stochastic RSI is making a crossover in the oversold area. Number three, I see another block here. Number four, I have formed my exit at 38.2, which is a major retracement area, all at 50%. Now, having made those things very clear to me, then I will come to the group. I'll come here to the group, because this one solid. So I pick the signal, then I paste the signal. The name of the coin is Rune. Rune is current price, done. Then I pick the coin. Done. Then I pick. Done. Back to the chart. You see, I have a question on probability, like I asked yesterday. How many chances do I have for this coin to go in my favor or to go against me on 1 to 10? On a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10. How many chances do I have the coin to go against me or to go in my favor? Someone says 9 to 10 to what? 8 to 10 to what? 7 to 10 to what? Someone says you are 7 good, 3 bad, 9 in your favor. 7 minus 8. What do you mean? 7 to 10. To do what? Just get your answers clear. Just get you. But are we able to understand? Are we able to understand? Because it is added knowledge. So I can easily find a good coin to trade. Now the other issue is just to remain patient. Now, you remember what we discussed previously in our setting up of our robot with our goal. Let me first bring this to close. Do you see why I'm going to make sure, for example, if I'm a big trader who wants to fight hard and I want to, because now look here, when I'm using the MACD, let me bring your understanding. When I'm using indicators just to trade, this I need to teach. And I have taken my time to analyze the coin. Shall we trade in the same way? Some answers in the chat. If I take up time and analyze the coin, and someone who is using an indicator, shall we use the same strategy? Some answers in the chat. Now, this is where people ask us, how do you make that big money? Shall we use the same strategy? No way, my brother. Now, that's why I will come here and develop another strategy. Let me bring back my compounding calculator. This is where people ask, why do people make good money? Now, here, I want to make sure that my coin gets in with $1,000 and I want to take 3%. So I'm running different strategies. So I want to make sure that my coin, now here, I will go in either $1,000 or $1,500 a coin. The 1,000 gets in the 4 margin calls. The 500 opens up margin calls. Or if I have 1,000 anything and above. So I will create that strategy. Let me get to Royal Q and I show you. It's run there very fast. So I have come here to create my strategy just for learning purposes, okay? So I want my robot to buy the first 4 margin calls very fast, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, which is a 1%. All right? This is 24816. So I want my robot to give me a 3%, a 0.01. Okay, the buying callback, I want it to buy very fast. These ones, they're okay. And I'm going in one shot. I'm not going in cycle because I've done my analysis. The AI is off. Now, let's get back to a calculator. Simple mathematics. So it is 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16. I want my robot to put $1,000 in the market. So if my first buying amount is 20, it's 65. If my first buying amount is 50, it is too much. 30, it's 900. 35, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, so it is 33 plus the 30 plus 30. But this is also still okay. So maybe to use this, I must have a minimum of 1,000, either $300, or I have $1,200, or I have $1,500. So I'm going to expose $1,020 in the market. Then the 300 or the 200 is going to be for margin calls. Does that make sense? Because I'm investing in my time. Are we able to follow? And I have looked at my risk appetite on a scale of 1 to 10. Guys, this signal is going to deliver. It's an 8 out of 10. Are we connecting? So I will not expose the same money. I have the order block in my favor. When I press it there, it gives me more confidence. I see the MACD is losing the red tier. The RSI is crossing below. It gives me more confidence. So I will not expose $5, $10. Am I creating sense? Because I'm investing in my time. Am I clear? Guys, am I clear? Now, do you see what causes the difference in the results? So we can never have the same result because I'm investing in my time in looking at this coin. So it is an 8 out of 10. So I'll expose more of my money. And I remain with 500 to win. And I'm not putting in the $1,000 at once. I'm using the 4 margin calls to do that for me. Then the balance to open up margin calls. But this can apply even if someone has $500. Give me a 2 if it is clear. This can apply even if someone has $100. This can apply even if someone has 200, 300. Just get the understanding. It is not the cram work. It is just the logic of understanding. You see? Now, to me, there is one indicator that if you cannot use the manual fib, you can use the auto fib. Get it in your chart. This is the auto fib. Look here, guys. If you remember lines of support and resistance, once you get your auto fib here, the next point is the 61.8% area. You expect the market to move from 100. When it reaches 61.8, that's where the major reversal is. Draw the line. Do you see that where you have drawn this line, even if you are using the auto Fibonacci, you see it was the previous area of resistance? Does anyone see? So after having put that, to avoid confusion, do you see? Meaning I can still press in my price range, measure from this point. I bring in my price range, put this dot where I want to measure, and I take profit to this point. This is a 10%. My friend, even is it having news? But the news is, do you say 10%, guys? I can remove this colored thing. Do you see the 10%? I just need to stay in this coin and take a comfortable 10%. As a good trader, I wait, I remain patient. Now, the other side, I give you 3%. Me, I come here, I take 10%. Do you see the difference? Why is the profit not the same? You guys, you are making a lot of money without us. You are making a lot of money. Eh? Eh? You are making a lot of money without us. It's as if the business, it doesn't work. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going to take a comfortable 10%. Then I remain patient. Are we together? People are already smiling. People are already smiling. People are already smiling. Now, if you have worked with me for a close time, you'll discover that how many of you have discovered that I don't oversend signals? Me, one signal is enough in a day or two. I don't need to be in the market. If I get a good signal, huh? Me, it is enough. I don't to be. I'm not a guy. Hey, market you. Hey, another one. Because not trading is trading, unless I find another good opportunity. Let me first go and enjoy the signal. But have we learned something? I believe it has been a long journey. I believe it's high time I conclude these classes today. And I'll just do futures for you tomorrow. And then starting on Monday, we shall start over again. Okay? Those of you who have not been able to follow through on Monday, we shall start over again from zero. What is the candle? Tomorrow, I will do futures in the morning. Then on Monday, Coach Mopiwa will be here. And we'll start again from zero. For those of you who are new, you will start your lessons from tomorrow, from zero. I want to congratulate Leader Sembatia Kuris. He's coming to Masaka. I believe we might even be here. About purchasing his brand new car. His brand new car. So I wish you all the best. I think you have got my. How many of you have entered the runes? How many of you have entered the runes? I think I've given you a signal. People are asking me for a signal. I think I've given you a signal for trading. So nice trading, guys. I wish you all the best. And that's enough for today. I hope that's enough for today. I said I'll discuss futures tomorrow. Okay. I'll discuss futures tomorrow. Someone says we cannot see the signal. Is it true that someone has been on this call and they don't see the signal? The coin is called runes. It is here. Go and trade. Someone is missing out on money. Someone is saying they're not seeing the signal. Is it true? No, are you sure? So I wish you all the best, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Guys, have a nice day. I don't provide any links on this group. I hope that is clear. I'm just here to teach, not to drive anybody into our community. So use your uplines to be added to your different groups of respect. Have a nice day. See you next week.